With its long marabou tail, frits body, and gold beads set well back from the eye, Rob Spiller's Nomad has become a classic stillwater lure pattern. This is the black and green version. The first step is to slip the gold bead over the hook point and then fix the hook in the vise. Then slide the bead up towards the eye. Next, take the tying thread and run it on just behind the bead, locking the loose end in place with a few thread turns before just trimming off that loose end. Then carry the thread down the shank in close turns towards the bend. Next, take a plume of black marabou and tear off a generous pinch. Then strip off the fibres from the base of the marabou to reduce its bulk. With the tail prepared, offer it up to the hook and catch it in place at the bend with 2 or 3 turns of thread. Carry the thread down towards the eye, locking the loose ends of the marabou in place. Carry the thread back up to the tail base. To add a touch of sparkle, a couple of strands of green fine crystal flash are used. So take 2 strands and catch them in at the base of the tail, halfway along their length. Apply a couple more thread turns and then fold the tinsel over and then secure it in place so that now 4 strands have been created. Now the body comprises a length of black 6mm frits. So take a length and then remove a few of the fibres from the end to leave a section of bare core. This procedure keeps bulk to a minimum and prevents an unsightly bulge forming at the start of the body. So the frits prepared, catch it in at the base of the tail using a couple of turns of thread. Then carry the thread down the shank. Take hold of the frits and then apply a turn directly at the base of the tail. Then stroke the fibres back, apply a second turn, and then keep applying close turns of the frits, stroking the turns back as each is applied. Keep on winding the frits until roughly half the hook shank has been covered, at which point take the thread and lock the loose end of the frits in place. Just use 2 or 3 turns. Then take the scissors and trim off the loose end. Then fix the frits in place with further tight thread wraps. Then push the turns of frits together, compact them so that the body's nice and tight, and then cast off the thread with a whip finish. Draw it tight, and then trim off the loose end. Now the front section of the body comprises Glow Bright number 12 floss, which is lime green. Now the easiest way to apply it is to fix it into a bobbin holder, the same way as you would thread, and apply it that way. So take the floss, push the bead right back against the body, and then run the floss on from the eye back down towards the bead. Take the scissors and just trim off the loose end, and then carry on applying close turns of the floss, building up layers to produce a tapered nose to the fly, giving it the classic Nomad profile. Keep working back and forth using smooth, close turns to build up that cone shape. Keep going, pushing back against the bead so the bead is forced back against the front of the body. Carry on winding the floss forward until it reaches the eye. Then cast off using a whip finish. 3 or 4 turns are enough. Draw the loop tight, and then take the scissors and just trim off the loose end. Now just add a couple of coats of clear varnish to the floss turns just to protect them and smooth them off. And there it is complete, the Black and Green Nomad.